What up, y'all? It's your boy Crescendo. We're just getting started, just getting live. Super excited. We got Christopher Syncere today, and definitely excited. Want to shout out Next Generation Records right now, joining us tonight. We got a show in Tampa. We're excited about it. All right, let me get you in. Yeah. Let's see. Okay.
Yo,
What's good, homie?
my dog, what's good, man?
Bro, just listening to this album, bro, is fire, bro.
My guy, bro.
How you feeling, bro? How you feeling? Like, we had the release party, but it's like out there, and we got people listening to you now.
Yeah,
How's it going, bro? You excited?
it's been wild, man. It's definitely been a kind of crazy, past like month or so. I think it's been out for like a little bit over a month now, man.
Yeah, man.
So, bro, I'm grateful, man. It's one of those things, man, where I've put so much work into it, and it's been such a burden, and now to actually have it out and see how people are, being blessed, man, it's the greatest feeling in the world, bro. So, yeah, man. Can you hear me okay, bro?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me okay?
Yes,
Just
sir.
checking. Okay. Yeah, so crazy story. I dropped my phone last night,
Oh, shoot.
smashed the screen. And I'm like, how am I gonna get through this weekend? I got some shows. I want to bring my phone out to like record the events.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm gonna be out of town. I'm on tour. We're going to Newport Richie, which is, we're gonna spend some time out there, then go to Crossover Church on Sunday and
Nice.
do our thing out there with Pastor Tommy. But I'm like, okay, so my phone cracked. I was like, all right, you know what? Just do it. Sign up, go online, and got insurance.
It's crazy, man. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah.
Someone's texting me.
I think Crescendo.
Yeah,
Oh, there you go.
these people out here texting me.
That's all.
um, but yeah, man, I'm excited, man. It's got big opportunities for us. But so the phone crashes, and I'm like, what is gonna happen? I put in the insurance claim, and I got it at 5 o'clock. Just updated all the apps right now, like
Yeah.
literally before we went live, like Instagram updated, and it's crazy.
That's fire, bro.
But yo, so people in the chat, Wilfredo saying Roadrunner's fire.
Hey.
Bro, the track is, the tracks are really dope. But what's even more exciting, and I want to dive into, is like, bro, you're an author now.
Yeah.
You're not just an MC, you're an author as well, bro.
C.S. Lewis, and the CS stands for Christopher Syncere.
Hey.
Yeah, man.
Oh man, so how's that feel? Like holding your book, you know what I mean? Like, what's that look like?
It's wild, bro. Yo, actually I got them right here, man. I just packed up the first couple of them, bro. They're all in here. I got them ready to go, man. But I didn't think it would be so well received. Like, I only ordered like 15 to start with, bro. I was like, okay, I feel like 15 is a good number, and it's like freaking way out of the park at 15, bro. Like, and so I had to order way more books, and so, man, it's crazy, man. It's 18 different states that I'm sending it to, bro. Sending it to a whole other country, bro. So God is good, man. It's been a while,
bro. My bro is a internationally acclaimed author now and artist.
Well,
Internationally known. for his penmanship, literally.
Yes, sir.
So that's what's up, bro. I'm excited, man. So what's the plans like? So you put your heart into this book, you write it down, and then it's like, oh my gosh, these people actually got to read it too now and tell
Yeah.
me what they think. You know, how's that been? Like, how's that feeling?
Yo, bro, one thing that I usually I tell my girlfriend this a lot, bro. Like there's no such thing as embarrassment. Like there's no once you get past the whole like embarrassment thing, it doesn't matter how bad you mess up, how bad you flop. Like there's there's no way you can embarrass yourself, you know, because most of the time people aren't going to remember your mess ups in a couple of years or even a month or so. So I say that to say this, bro. Like I get very personal in the book. Um, there's times, bro. I like that track in the background, man. Um,
Yeah.
there's times where I'm just very vulnerable, bro. Throughout the book, I'm talking about previous struggles with pornography. I'm talking about like my issues with fatherlessness, and a bunch of other things, bro, that I go in depth on that I don't talk about or that I rather haven't talked about yet in music. But like these are things that I um, have prayed about sharing. And so, man, like my prayer is that as people read it, bro, that they're blessed by it and that it really encourages them, bro. You know, so that's my heart with that, man.
Yeah, man. And I think what's really dope about that is that you're being vulnerable, you're being real, and you're giving people a perspective that they probably wouldn't even expect. So um, I applaud you for that because it's like to go in that depth. Like um, I can relate to some of those struggles personally myself. My dad. He's been in my life, but it's been a rough thing with me and him. It's one of those things that like when you talk about like growing up without a father, like my parents divorced at a young age, so I can relate to it. My brothers had to deal with that, and every man's struggle, man, is lust. Whether it's in some shape or form. Um, and I kind of want to encourage people out there. It's not just men; it's women as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
In general, like knowing your worth, knowing the people's worth at the other end of that. You know what I mean? That screen um,
yeah,
at the end of all of that, because it can be so tough, man. Because people like will glance over the thought that oh well, this is just from the privacy of my own home. Oh, this is just
right.
between me, and they don't understand that they're changing the way they view humans in general.
Facts.
We put a lens on and compartmentalize our sins, right?
Right.
Because no one can see this sin. I'm okay going on stage, or I'm okay,
Mm-hmm.
doing this or that. You know what I mean? And I think
Yeah.
that's probably like one of the toughest things in the church is like, I've seen some pastors go on the pulpit and be bigots, right? But
Yeah.
then in their home, they struggle in their own selves with some type of pornography or lust, and it's crazy because like that's something real that I feel like sometimes we outwardly project the pain that we go through onto other people and we try and correct it in others sometimes. And I think
Right.
it's kind of like when Jesus said, like, don't worry about the speck in my eye when you got a plank in yours. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think it's tough, because what does that mean? You know? And we had your release. What did you think of that release party? Because I definitely want to come back and that was fun for me. I had a blast.
Yeah, man. Bro, I feel like Orlando needed it, man. You know what I mean? Like, um, it was really encouraging to see everybody there, and it's stuff like that that I don't take lightly, bro. Like it always kind of scares me to think that um that so many people can come out for me, bro. Like it's and that it's like a, I don't want to say like a genuine like fear of mine, but you know what I mean. Like it's one of the, like it's wild, it's crazy, bro. And I know that that's only gonna feel crazier as God continues to elevate my platform and as numbers continue to grow. So, bro, like it it was one of those things, man. Like the night was just great, bro. Um, you know, the energy was great. People showed out, man. A lot of my friends were there, bro, and a lot of people that I talked to on Instagram or like Twitter or something that I got to meet in person for the first time, which was super dope, bro.
This comment right here. Check this comment out right here. The release party impacted my niece and nephew that are now starting to know about Christ.
Amen, bro.
Bro, like,
Yeah.
come on, man. Come on, man. It's crazy, bro. Because,
Yeah.
like,
That's what it's.
people try and, like, almost want to downplay the fact that we're musicians or we're artists and, like, they want to make it, oh, that's just the beginning set for the church service. When there's so much more to it. You know what I mean? Like, the message in your music, the message of hope, the message of, getting through something and overcoming something, that's powerful. You know what I mean? And that's something that, like, we all need. You know what I mean? I think it's a very tough time that we all run into when we try and, like, box in what our music can do or what you can do as an author. And it's crazy to see what God is doing, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
So, like, let's talk, another country as well, like, come on, man.
Yeah.
The different states that are picking the book up, it's good, man. And I think this is only the beginning.
Yeah, man. Bro, I'm really looking forward to what God is getting ready to do, bro. And I to get a little transparent here, bro. Bro, the last like 2 days, man, 2 3 days, bro, I was frustrated as heck, bro. Because man, my I had a ticket to go to a certain festival that's going on right now, big city
Hmm.
festival. Um, and I had a ticket and everything to go out there, bro. And man, God told me not to go, and
Wow.
I was like, I was fighting it, bro. Because one thing God told me at the end of last year, um, which was before we announced my signing or anything like that. God told me, like, don't focus on networking. Don't focus on trying to put your music out. Every artist you meet, getting your music. He said, yo, just be faithful to what I have you doing, and I'm going to let those artists come to you. And, bro, he's been faithful to it, bro. There's a lot of artists, bro, that I've looked up to for years who this year have come to me, who have followed me, bro,
Wow.
who have DM'd me. And so, man, I was frustrated, Crescendo, because I was like, God, I want to go out there. I want to be able to meet, Indie Tribe. I want to meet these guys, all this stuff, man, and like actually face to face. And I was like, God, like I was trying to make a deal with God. I was like, God, what if I just go out there and I just like don't say nothing to nobody? I just go and enjoy the event, you know? And God was like, nah, don't go. And bro, I was tight, bro. And but God was telling me, I was looking at my goals that I wrote down at the beginning of this year. I wrote down a bunch of goals, man. And man, I was looking back at it the other night, and I heard the Holy Spirit say, you need to do a revision. And I was like, okay, like I'll go and, revise it or whatever. And he said, and he broke down the word for me, Crescendo. He was like, you need to revision. So like vision again, you need a revision. And so that's what I'm on this weekend, bro. Like, instead of going and turning up, man, I'm about to like just lock in with God and just revision and look at every area of my life and say, okay, I need to grow as a boyfriend. I need to grow as a student. I need to grow as a leader at my church. I need to grow in my relationship with God. I need to grow as an artist. I need to grow as an author. And looking at, I need to grow as an entrepreneur. Like, how am I like business minded? How am I thinking? And how can I be better? And so, bro, that's what I'm on right now, man. And I'm looking forward to what God has and what's going to be birthed from this, bro. You know, like it can only be good things when we are obedient to what God says. It might suck and it might not be good to you, but it's good for you, you know? So yeah, bro, I'm not going to sit here and preach and stuff, man, but yeah.
Oh man, it's the song's going on in the background, glory to glory, right? You know,
Yeah.
and I can see God taking you from glory to glory with everything, and with humbling yourself, knowing that you have to listen to God. Who you answer to God. You don't answer to man. You don't answer to. I mean, you have a label that they help you out, but like they might be your manager, but you at first you're gonna answer to God.
Yeah.
And that's a tough message to hear for some people. Like I have, friends that have convictions, and their conviction is to God. It's not conviction. It's not. They don't answer to me. You know what I mean? So when I have
Yeah.
brothers that, for example, I have like some friends that are Seventh-day Adventists, for example.
Okay.
Their convictions are about what they eat. You know what I mean? That's between them and God. You know, and it could be something so trivial as like, it's a piece of bacon. Like to you, just a piece of bacon, but for them, it's like them doing something serious against God because in their heart it's wrong. You know what I mean? And
Right. Right.
when we have those convictions, like even as a minister of music, it's very easy to be like, no, I need to go market myself. No, I need to go meet these people. No, I need to go do this. And I know that if you went up there, you could easily go backstage, hang out with everyone just fine.
Yeah.
But guess what? God is still saying, well, maybe not yet.
Yeah.
Maybe the next time they're hanging out with you backstage at your show.
Right. And bro, like that, honestly, bro, it's a kick to my pride, bro. And that's why I was the most frustrated, man, because like, man, so much of me was like, yo, I've been getting overlooked for so long. Stuff is finally starting to pop off and Spotify streams going up, all this stuff, man. And I'm like, now's my time. I'm gonna go this weekend. I'm gonna meet everybody. You know, my label mates on the lineup. I'm finna go crazy, bro. You know, and I'm gonna meet all these people in network. And God's like, don't go. And I'm like, no. And but bro, like, it's just what you said, man. It is knowing that I have to answer to God, bro. Like, say I would have gone and not been obedient, and this is like a drastic situation, but say I would have gone, if I would have drove in and gotten like a car crash or something, bro. Or say if I would have flown and my flight crashed, or I would have had issues on my flight or getting, and you know what I mean? And I'm thinking in my mind, oh, I'm just gonna go anyways, but God might be saving me from something, bro. You know, and we also gotta remember, man, like a lot of times in life, we try to play checkers and God is playing chess. You know, God's like 10 steps, 20 steps, 30 steps ahead. And so we think, oh, if I make this one move, then I'll be good. This might happen and stuff. And God's like, no, but if you make this one move, this is gonna happen and this is gonna happen. And I don't want to create like a Nexus event in the spiritual. You seen Loki, the show Loki?
Yep.
I don't want to make like a Nexus event, not doing what I'm
Yeah.
supposed to do, bro. You know what I mean? So yeah, man.
Yeah, and I think
knowing those moments and being real with God during those moments and saying, hey, God, I really wanted to go, but help me figure out why I don't have to.
Yeah,
Give me that reason why I didn't have to.
yeah,
And
man.
like you said, there's so many things that could happen. But that's the thing. If you're connected with the Spirit, it's gonna be easier for you to have that conversation with God. And I think that's very much necessary in our industry and everything that we do as artists. We need to be connected to God. I think a lot of artists aren't in tune with what God wants for them. And I
Right.
think we take advantage of, where our mind's at. You know what I mean? Because it's not bad for you, Christopher Syncere, to go hang out with your label mate and spend time in the CHH community. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
So honestly, I just want to, say, bro, more props to you for you taking a bold claim and say, all right, God, I put it on you.
Yeah.
Work with me. So we have your EP, we have a book. Have you started talking about shows? Because I'd love to see you at some more shows, man. Have you talked with your label about setting up some tour dates? Because you guys, I would love to see that tour.
I don't know. I don't know if I can say, man, but
Okay, well, as long as you say I got something in the works, that's all you gotta say in these interviews without blowing them
yeah,
out. You know.
yeah, we're working, man. We're working. We got some stuff coming up, man. I'm excited, bro.
Yes.
That's it.
I mean, so that's another thing. Like, with this generation, like a lot of younger artists, they don't want to perform, or if they do perform, they perform over their tracks already. You know what I mean? But I think what's more powerful is that, like, there's artists like you that love to perform and perform well. Because I see like a lot of people fall into the category where, well, I recorded it, just vibe with it. Like, well, I mean, there's something different about a live show than you can get from just streaming it. You know what I mean?
Right.
The energy
Right.
that you guys bring on the stage, like every
Yeah.
time, like hands on, I'm like, I gotta move.
Right.
I don't know what it is. I gotta move. You know. But
Yeah.
that's what I'm talking about. As far as like diving in that way, how do you feel about diving in with that music and going that route, doing live shows? How do you feel? Because I know this is a tough climate because a lot of people are like kind of nervous with COVID and all this stuff. Like,
Yeah.
what is your heart on that?
Man, I'm ready to go, bro. I'm I'm ready to go, man. One of my favorite things about being an artist is the live show, bro. Like, and man, I spend a lot of time like in my garage just performing in front of my camera. Like I'll set my camera up and I'll um like just watch myself perform and I'll record it. I'll go back and watch it, and I'm like, okay, this is how I can get. I love it, bro. Kenny said God over COVID, facts, bro. Yeah, I mean, as long as where I'm going to perform at, whether it be like a church or I've done non-Christian venues also.
Yeah,
If the place is fine with it, bro, then I'm cool with it, bro. Like,
as long as, bro, that's how I feel. As long as they let me in, we're gonna have a great time. Like tonight, we're rapping at a bar.
all
You
night.
know, so we're rapping at a bar, and they already know who I am. I'm not gonna tone down the Jesus. I'm not gonna tone down anything. I'm just gonna be me and let the music speak for itself.
Yeah,
I think it's more important that we can show that there's artists out here with your caliber, our caliber, that are able to rock these shows and bring the energy. And yeah, we're
yeah,
Christian.
yeah,
You know, it ain't even a question. Like who we are. You
yeah.
know.
Facts.
So over, talking about like rapping over show tracks and different things like that. There's different ways that MCs do it. I understand the method behind it. I personally like to leave room on the track to let the chorus ride and do its thing. I love what you did with bringing the drummer, because that does bring another level. Whenever
Yeah.
you hear live drums, it changes the game.
Yeah.
So
I feel like I can't perform without a drummer these days, man. Like,
yeah,
I want to eventually work my way, bro, where I can do like a full band, bro. Like I'm trying to get on some, like, I don't even need the instrumental, because
yeah.
I already got the live guitar player. I already got the drummer. I already got the keyboard. You know what I mean? Um, so it'll come, man. It'll come.
It'll come. It'll come with
I'm
time.
looking
I
forward to it.
know for my show on Friday, August 13th, I'm bringing this band with me called Crooked Pilots.
Mm,
They got a guitarist, bass, and a drummer, and we're
nice.
gonna do a live set with them. I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
Like I'm headlining Ozone Hip Hop Fest.
Oh shoot.
It's a secular festival with secular artists, and I'm headlining it.
That's fire, bro.
Um, and that's, again, this is about when it comes to industry, being reliable, being available, being ready to rock. You know what I mean? Um, Meeting the right people, making the right connections. Like one thing that I was like happy to hear is that you're working with YB, because he's a well motivated, oiled machine.
Yeah.
You know, if anyone can teach you about consistency, that's a man that can do it, because he's been consistently dropping music, consistently working on content, and he does it with excellence. I
Yeah.
think that's the hardest thing for some Christian artists, is to invest in their talent and to like spend the money.
Yeah.
And if you're not willing to spend the money, this is my thing: become best friends with a videographer.
Yeah.
Hold on one second. I'm gonna
Yeah.
let this track ride. I got someone at the door.
Yeah. Do your thing. Hey, my man, RG, Raul, Elias was good. I guess I'm gonna just stall until Crescendo comes back. Welcome to my living room. Welcome to, yeah. So anyway, yeah, let's keep talking about what we were talking about. So yeah, Kenny, invest in your craft. That's the thing, bro. And I'm at a place now. I'm talking Crescendo about investing in your craft. What Kenny said, man. Man, I'm at a place now, bro, where like I don't want to do things if it's not gonna be like dope, you
Yeah.
know. Because I want to continue to get better. What might be dope for me right now, what might be super creative or whatever for me right now, or what might be great quality now, I want to be even better next time. You
Yep.
know, so the next EP, the next singles, the next book, I want to look back and say, okay, is there a better videographer I can work with? Or if it's the same videographer, how can we make this thing better? Or, how can I get my graphics better? Who can make my music sound better? Who do I need to go to for an engineer? Like, who do I need to go to for a publisher for my next book? Like, thinking of these things, man, and then just capitalizing off of it, bro. And man, I am excited, bro. Like, there's so much in here, bro, that I just want to like get out, and the only thing that I hate sometimes is like the process and the journey, but I just got to understand, bro, like you can't get to like the top of a mountain if you don't take that first step. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, man, like I know it's gonna pay off, and I'm looking forward to it, bro.
Yeah, and I just want to like piggyback to what you're saying is we should always be striving for excellence, always be striving for greatness, because the God we serve does everything with excellence and greatness.
Yeah.
So I think my message, if you're an artist, don't rush anything.
Facts.
Do it in God's time, do it in your time, but do it with excellence. Because once it's out there, people will remember it. Once it's out there, that's what they got from you. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I'm not saying hoard your music or hoard any of it. That's another thing. But like having that conversation and trying to find yourself in a better place, because everything you do as an artist, whether it be down to the merch, whether it be down to your CDs, down to the graphic art, down to your posts that you make, it should all be done in excellence. And I know it's tough, and I know it's hard when you're first starting because you don't know your voice, you don't know
Right.
what it looks like. But work with others, come to shows,
Yeah.
see artists, like invest in your. If you're gonna invest in your craft, invest in learning about it. Don't just do it because you're like, oh, well, I could do what they did, and then you realize it's not that easy. You know,
Yeah.
I always bug some of the people, tell them, bro, you should at least have T-shirts. At least if you can't do T-shirts, stickers. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like these are little things that you can do to move forward.
Yeah, man.
And I think we can move forward and we can grow as artists when it comes to that by literally praying about it and just investing. Like meet someone
Yeah.
that like, okay, you know how to do graphic design or you know how to do logos? Let's hang out, let's talk. Like if you can't barter, find a way to barter, you know what I mean? Like because you don't have to be rich to get started. I think that's probably one of the craziest things is that now we have SoundCloud, now we have YouTube, we have, home studios, we
Yeah.
have like, bro, it's crazy how much you can do on your own.
Blessed, bro. Yeah.
And you can really flex on people with some really dope stuff. And it's not as hard as you're making it. And I think we tend to do that in general, is make things harder than they should be.
Yeah.
But there's definitely a lot that I've seen invested into your music and your writing that I do want to commend you on, because I know as an artist to be that vulnerable, it can be extremely difficult to air those type of messages out. So this is basically for anyone that is just tuning in. This is Christopher Syncere. He is a author and an artist
Hey.
internationally, because his music is being played in other countries right now on Spotify, and his book has actually been sold to another country. So we're gonna celebrate it and we're gonna call it what it is. And it sounds like I'm upping you or bigging you up, but like I think it's better that we had this interview now that I can call you an author and an artist. You know what I mean? And that's the glory of God working inside of you, and you not taking your talents and hoarding it, but like sharing it. Because sometimes we may not feel like we're good enough,
Right.
but it's so much more than us being good enough.
That's good, bro.
God is way more than enough,
Yeah.
and we answer to Him.
Amen.
And if He wants to use us, He's used a donkey. He's used, like He's used a rock. You know what I mean? He's like, I'm telling you, use a stick, you know what I mean? Turn it into a snake. He's done crazy things. He created us. And if that same one believes in us, believes in our talents, and believes in what we're doing, and we're able to share who He is through what we do, why not? You know what I mean?
Right.
And why put the limit on us that we don't sound like everybody else? Well, we're not called to sound like everybody else.
Right. Set apart, man. We gotta be different.
We're set apart. We're different. We are creating excellence, creating greatness, creating a representation of who God is. You know, we're made in the image of God. We are pots for His glory. You
Yeah.
know, made and sculpted by the potter.
Yeah.
And it's like we can't just take what He did and make it nothing. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
say that we are nothing because of it. He's a good father. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
for the fatherless. You know, and as someone that can honestly say that struggles with dad issues, understanding that concept was hard for me. You know, it's
Yeah.
hard to say that God loves me no matter what,
Yeah.
unconditionally, and that's a conversation that is hard for anyone to
Yeah.
like take in, especially if they have a past or they never really understood what a good dad was, someone who was around, someone who's there for us. So it's like, you know, we may know it through like the actions of our mothers, you know what I mean? Like seeing God's love and seeing God's heart poured out in ministry through them.
Yeah.
Because I know my mom is probably one of the biggest testimonies in my life. I've seen her get cheated on, abused, hurt in so many ways, but she still has a smile on her face. And she's still worried about her children and making sure they're getting fed and make sure they're getting Christmas gifts, even though, like, you know, this year, you know, oh, your dad lost his job, or this year something happened. So it's being grateful for the character that God has made us and the way He made us, because it's different.
Yeah.
We're not all the same. The idea of you being in the middle, you want to talk about that? So, because that I think is powerful.
Yeah, man. Bro, so the whole concept, bro, you know, we always hear it spoken how God wants to take us from glory to glory, right? And so I think we've heard that so much, the whole glory to glory thing, that we forget the two. It says glory to glory, you know, and that two, that literally shows it right there, man. That there is a season that is not going to be glory. That there's a season that's not going to be all sunshine and rainbows and you know, all peachy and fine and God, you're so great. This is the greatest thing. But there's going to be some seasons that are tough, bro. That's exactly what that two season is, and that's what the middle. That's exactly what it is, bro. You know, it's that two season. You know, and bro, like it's a season that I know all too well, that I'm very familiar with, bro. You know, I was going through it, bro. The process of this book and this project was 2 years in the making, and now I feel like it's like glory time. But then there's going to be another two season. There's going to be another middle, because life isn't perfect, and I understand that, bro. I understand that the season that I'm in right now isn't always going to be like this, bro. You know, like I know that there's more tough times coming. I know that there's going to be another season that's going to try my faith, because that's how life is. And so, man, like we gotta understand, bro, like in those hard seasons, that's where God wants to do his character building and his molding for the next hard season, because the next season is going to be harder, bro. You know what I mean? Like, and then the season after that is going to be harder. But if I don't learn anything now in this middle season, then I'm going to crumble in the next season, bro. You know what I mean? Like, and so, bro, like, if we would learn as a generation, God, the process is okay. I don't have to blow up overnight. I don't have to make all of this money when I'm friggin' 19 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like, And bro, people feel like people be feeling like, oh, uh I'm 25 years old, I'm 26 years old, I'm so far behind in life, you know what I mean? Like, and if we would realize, man, in the middle, God is teaching us something, and there are things to be learned that I think it would help us navigate life a lot easier, bro. Like, and me as a 22-year-old young man, bro, that's something that I've learned, man. I'm grateful I've learned it pretty early on. Um, you know, because now I can use things like music, I can use things like the book, help those and encourage those out there, man. Like, bro, it's okay if you're in the middle, bro. It's okay if everything's not perfect right now. That's completely fine. You keep pressing forward and watch God move, man. You know, so
Yeah.
yeah, bro.
Yeah, man. And I think it's you touched on something there that people need to realize. There's not a certain age where you have to blow up by.
Yeah.
There's not a certain like point in life that, like, dude, I've seen, people like Oprah get fired from several jobs before she got her big kick in her 30s. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you got like Bill Gates and Steve Jobs and some of these other guys that, like, it was later on in life after they went through terrible seasons. You know what I mean?
Facts.
And it's like the whole idea of blowing up is really messed up the fact of what we're trying to blow up.
Right. That's good, bro.
We can't make Jesus cool.
Right.
We can't make Jesus hype. We can't make Jesus lit. I mean, we can have a good time in your body, right? But what I'm saying is that at the end of the day, his words are like a double-edged sword. So we're gonna sometimes lose friends, lose listeners in the process when we're being real and we're being vulnerable, and it's not for them.
Right.
It's not always for the people at church. You can't always preach to the choir.
Yeah.
And I think the realest thing we can do as artists and as people who is to be sensitive to the voice of God like you were this weekend, and be sensitive to the fact that, okay, what do you want me to say, God?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I could out-rap circles around any of these people, right? I could rap circles around some of these little Uzis and who they are. Like, bro, I know you could out-rap some of these people and give some people a second, oh, who's that? You know what I mean? But at the same day, it's like, is it worth it? Is it all worth it if we're selling our soul for it? You know what I mean? Compromising who we are.
Facts.
And I think as long as we stay focused and we realize that we are not compromising for the culture needs to compromise for us.
Yeah.
You know? And if they don't, I can get canceled if it's about Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be real about it. Because again, I don't answer to no one but God.
Yeah.
And that's not like a Tupac, nobody judge me but God. No, it's not like that. Like, I still have people that keep me accountable. And I think I had this conversation last time that, we have to have a group around us keeping us accountable. We need to pour into other people that are younger than us, and we should have a mentor. That's one big thing. So, and I know you within working with Next Move, I know that helps because you have the peers, you have the mentors like YB, you have people pouring into you. And when you write your music, you're pouring into other people. Yeah. So I say stay plugged, stay rooted, and never compromise. Because it's very easy in this industry to compromise to get plays or views or likes or follows. We see dollar signs, and, well, it's just this one time. Well, it's just this one thing. Well, at the end of the day, you don't want access to your Father because you said it was just one thing.
that became one thing. It might be the the bottom block of a Jenga tower that you're pulling out. Oh, this is just one thing,
Yeah.
and it just causes that
That's a good illustration,
fall.
bro.
That you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, man, I just want to encourage people you're not too far gone, right?
Yeah.
Right. You're never too far gone. Bro, I need you to shout out where they can find your music, where they can find your book.
Yeah.
And then, definitely want to give you time to shout out to all your peeps. You know what I mean? Anyone
Yeah.
tuning in or tuning in late, because I'll throw this on YouTube as well afterwards. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, first off, man, shout out Jesus. It's got to be God. It's got to be Jesus. Let's see. Dang, this is like I don't know how to do stuff like this. No, but for real, I want to plug my music. I mean, everything can be found on ChristopherSyncere.com. So, the music, the book, the merch, any and everything, bro. All my social media handles, ChristopherSyncere.com. Instagram, obviously, you guys are right here. And Christopher Syncere. Twitter, Chris_Sincere. And yeah, man, just want to give a shout out to my team. Shout out everybody, man, that has been supporting. Shout out everybody in this live right now, man. Bro, none of this stuff is possible without the help of the people. You know what I mean? Like, there would be no book to send out if people weren't buying it. You know what I mean? So, man, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for all you guys out there, man. And to those who haven't got the book, go ahead and DM me that you haven't gotten the book so I can block you. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Get the book, bro. Get the book. Listen to the EP, the middle, bro. We going crazy. And the greatest part, we're not even done.
Yeah. Woo!
Yes, sir.
Ric Flair. But yeah, man, I'm excited to have you on. Again, it's your boy Crescendo here on The Hype. Follow us on YouTube. Hit the subscribe. Obviously, if you're here on IG with us, throw that notifications on because, it'll slip up with the algorithms. You know how that goes. And as well, man, I'm excited for the Boom Trap Tour. We're hitting up Tampa tonight. We're going to have a great time and, 3 shows back to back this weekend. Let's see what God does when he shows up and we're going to have a good time, man. Excited to boost that book of yours, boost that album of yours. It's on repeat, as you can hear in the background. I'm going to be making a Spotify playlist with some new hits that came out this week, and I'll be throwing that up this weekend as well. But I appreciate you coming on and coming through, man. Always a blessing, bro.
Always a pleasure speaking with you, man.
Yeah, man. Stay hype, y'all. We out of here.
Peace.
Peace.